studios of WFAN and simulcast across the country via Fox Sports 1. This is Mike Zahn, Francesa on the Fan on this Monday. A little bit snowy Monday. We'll talk about that a little more. On this 26th day of January. You know, we were headed to the Super Bowl, we just couldn't get out. No, that's not true. We weren't going anyway. So that's not true. We were never going. So everyone else got out already. They're already there, except, I guess, he was still traveling. He just wanted to try and figure out a way to weasel a day off. We all know that. So, he's going today. But obviously after today, no one's going to be going anywhere for a little while. I've heard we have a little snowstorm coming. So that's what they say. So we'll obviously keep you abreast of that this afternoon. And we added a bunch of traffic to the show today, so we will be able to, guide you home. Although the traffic's going to be light, just, get an early start and just take it slow. You'll get there. A lot to get to, obviously, as the scene shifts to Arizona. Seattle's there. New England will be arriving this evening. So the scene will shift, and the excuses, I'm sure, will continue. Or now they'll probably go to the Stonewall phase of this. We'll get to that in a little while. Interesting weekend on a lot of fronts. Heck of a St. John's Duke game. I happened to catch, my son had a game, and that's the only reason I didn't go to that game. I was going to go to take the boys to that game, but my son had a game. So I did see the last 30 minutes of that game. It was interesting. Very interesting, as a matter of fact, as Coach K. I've known Mike a very long time, so I congratulate him on his 1,000th victory and for everything that obviously he has meant to college basketball. And his team coming from behind yesterday and beating St. John's in a very good setting and a very good game yesterday. I want to start with FrancesaCon, which was on Saturday, folks. Last year, we referenced it a couple of times, and the whole Mongo Nation and everybody and all this stuff that we kid about at times. They had this event Saturday, a charity event, which they raised a lot of money for charity, which is good that I promised to attend. I did, and I have to tell you, it was... I got to be honest for a second, okay? And I haven't spoken much about this, but they had an event, FrancesaCon event for the second time at Irving Plaza in the city. And it's a kind of a concert venue, the smallest one that holds like 1,000 people. Place was full. I got there around, I guess, a little before 3 o'clock on Saturday. Saturday obviously wasn't a great day for traveling around anyway. It was 1,000 people strong. It was the crazy. I have to tell you this. I've been doing this a long time. I've been at a lot of events. I have never in my life seen anything like I saw on Saturday. It was the most amazing thing I've ever experienced at any event I've ever been at. I've never in my life received a reaction like that, nor have I ever seen anybody receiving that reaction like that. It was overwhelming. It was almost inconceivable how loud the crowd was. It was amazing. I've never been through anything like that in my life. It was unbelievable. And I stayed, and after I did about 15, 20 minutes on the stage in front of these crazies, I went and set up a thing in the back and took about 2 hours worth of photos. I was there for 2 hours taking photos. And the crowd they were great. I hope I talked to a lot of the people. I think I met about 500 different ones. I was there till just about 5 o'clock. For me, it was I'm humbled by it, appreciative. The crowd response was something I will never forget as long as I live. I just wish my family had been there. I didn't take the kids because it was a bar, so I didn't take the kids there. I think they were, they're still young. I didn't want to take them there. I wish my wife and kids had been there just to see it, because the reaction and the response and the way the whole thing was just overwhelming. It was an amazing... it was really an amazing event. I've never been to anything like it in my life, I have to admit. So I was overwhelmed by it, I have to admit. It was something that I will never forget. So it was very special. And if it happens again, I'm in. I did kind of promise them next year that, they do this Mike and the Mad Dog impersonation. Maybe we'll have some kind of real thing there next year. We'll see. We'll talk about that in the year to come. So, but I'm glad I got a chance to go. I was the one who was privileged to be there, and like I said, it's something I will never forget as long as I live. I really won't. The response was just amazing. It was crazy. There's no other word for it. It was, I still cannot believe what it was like. It was a circus. But it was the most enthusiastic, over the top, wonderful crowd that I've ever even been around in my whole life. There's nothing like it. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It was unbelievable. So I thank everyone for coming out on a terrible day. And sounds like we have another one today or a worse one. So get where you're going and get there in the next couple hours, because all these weathermen can't be wrong. They're all saying the same thing. They're all making crazy predictions about the amount of snow we're going to get. There you see a shot from Fox on. Now, this is the guy who does all the stuff about me on the websites and all the different. When he does the ones about me in the Revolutionary War and me in the Civil War and me in, I guess, every war that's ever been presented and everything else. But he plays me, and there's a guy who plays Dog, who I wouldn't say he looks a lot like Dog, but he sounds just like Dog. He really does. He sounds like. So these guys were crazy. They really were. They were funny. It was just a wild day. I can't even explain to you how crazy it was. So we thank everyone for that. And today we're expecting, obviously, an enormous amount of snow starting this evening. So get where you're going, as you all know. I guess everybody's known this morning the lines for gas were obviously very long, as everyone's getting gas and then getting gas for, whatever, whether it's for generators, snow blowers, or whatever's going on. So that's all coming about. We're expecting this enormous amount of snowfall today. So right now, traffic's kind of light, but we'll keep you updated on that all afternoon. We'll keep you abreast of all the traffic. Like we said, the scene shifts to... So while we're here digging out the next couple of days, the scene will shift to Arizona for Super Bowl 49. The Seahawks are there, and the defending champs are kind of the understated other team here because of everything that is surrounding the Patriots. So instead of this matchup of the team that has been the gold standard for a very long time, trying to recapture its Super Bowl magic, against a team trying to make history by winning back-to-back titles, which is so unusual in modern times. Instead of that, what we have is this team coming back with its great defense and as a defending champ trying to win another Super Bowl, but against this whole idea of, what are the Pats, what is their history and everything else. And I was really amazed with the tack Belichick took the other day. It's almost like he's now decided to thumb his nose at everybody and to make light of the whole situation and then try to offer viable excuses, which tells you how far this has gone now. So, I mean, to me, now, I think that was, again, everything they do is calculated. That was, we're going to give you some crazy explanation here, but we're also going to slide in a proviso at the end that we're not going to talk about when we get to Arizona. Well, this I want to see. This, to me, will be the game inside the game. How they think they can stonewall a media that is going to be looking. And remember, this is not a normal media. This is not their Foxborough media. This is not an NFL media. It's not an AFC title media. This is not a playoff media. This is Super Bowl media. This is people from every walk of life, other countries, crazies, people who are only there for one thing, and to annoy or to provoke or to get some kind of crazy reaction. And if they think this is going to be the end of it, they are just lost. And I want to see how they try to control, or stonewall would be the better word, stonewall a Super Bowl press conference. Because I've never seen anybody be able to do it. So let's